Welcome to Mark Alyn's Culinary Adventures as we celebrate Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, moms all across the world. We're going to have a wonderful show today. It's easy and it's a family activity today because what we're doing is what dad and brothers and sisters and uncles, everybody but moms, can get into the kitchen and help make not one, but two desserts that are not only tasty, but they're healthy too. Stay tuned as Robert Schuller from Melissa's joins us today on the show. And in case you were wondering, we've changed that pizza because it was a fruit pizza, not a pepperoni pizza. Okay. Maybe you'll believe me, maybe you won't. All right, we're going to go to Robert Schuller right now and bring him in. Robert, it's been a long time.
Yeah, Mark, great. Thanks for having me back.
Oh, our pleasure. Thank you for coming back. We appreciate that. We're going to be making a crepe today, and the crepes are one of my personal favorite desserts. And it's actually crepes with chocolate kind of lead, but I love fruit, and I love mango, I love pineapple, and I like strawberries. And so we're going to be using that produce to make a filling. And that'll be in our second part of our show. In this part, we're going to be making Ojai Tangerine Crepe. Now, I have to ask you something, and that is, are these really from Ojai? Do you know?
Yes. Yes. These are Ojai Pixie Tangerine. It's actually the most cultivated fruit out of Ojai, California. It's located about 10 miles inland from Ventura. It's a coastal fruit. It grows in the Ojai Valley, and it made Ojai famous. There's a group of family growers that have been growing these Ojai Pixies for over 50 years now and really put them on the map because this fruit, the Ojai Pixie Tangerine, can be found in your local store across all of the United States. And it's one of the best tasting fruits, if not the best tasting fruit of the spring as we make our way into Mother's Day.
Well, then I have to taste it because I have not tasted this. We live about 40 minutes from Ojai, and I'm going to peel this the way I always do. Oh,
really
Robert.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, the nose, the smell, the aroma.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. They're so easy to peel. They're seedless. And as most tangerines typically end in about March, the season begins in March and goes until June-ish. So it's something to look forward to just for about 3 months every year. And this year's crop is not only the fruit is large and gorgeous, but extremely tasty and sweet.
Are they? They must be loaded with vitamin C, I would think, like most citrus.
Yeah, of course. Citrus is known for vitamin C. This has that. But we're capturing what I would consider the end of the citrus season in terms of variety. And this is one of those varieties that holds on until the very end.
How long do they stay in the stores?
Usually until about early June.
Got it. All right. So we have a couple more weeks. We're going to be taking our crepes or crepe. Carol and I were in France in March, and Did we have any crepes? Huh? Oh, we were there in where? November. Oh, I'm sure. November, March, and it all runs into each other. Okay. I have a bowl here. I'm going to put the tangerines off to the side. I have several things here. I have sour cream. Whoa. I have a very shaken mascarpone cheese, and I have some cream cheese. So tell me what to do.
Okay, so you're going to obviously peel the tangerines, the Pixie tangerines, and segment them. They hold together really well, and they have a really thin skin, but they're so easy to peel. You're going
They are.
to, and for this recipe, oh, you know what? I don't think I mentioned the title of the recipe. It's Pixie Tangerine Crepes with dessert sauce.
Ah,
And so on there, you're going to be using the 2/3 cup light. You can use regular or light cream cheese. You're going to soften it up by keeping it out of the refrigerator for a little while.
which
You're
which
going to
I've
get
done.
also 3/4 cup non-fat sour cream or full fat. You know, we're trying to make a really healthy recipe for mom. So you could do either or. And then also you're going to be in a little bit getting, you know, lemon is such a versatile citrus fruit. But in this case, you're going to juice it to 1 tablespoon and zest it as well.
All right. So I'm adding, I need another spoon. We forgot spoons. So here's the sour cream, and we're going to use 2/3 of a cup. When you're doing this at home and you're doing this with your family, if the kids want to taste things, I always let them taste. And you know, maybe they've never tasted sour cream or something. All right, we're going to now add powdered sugar. How much powdered sugar, Robert?
You add about a 1/3 cup powdered sugar.
All right, that's it. Um, and I'm going to beat this now with a hand mixer. Do I need to add any liquid in here at all?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. So here we go. Now, when you do this, folks, put the mixer in the bowl and then turn it on. Don't do what I have done in the past. Oh, that looks great. Okay. I think it's done. What do you think?
Yes. Yes. Now you're gonna go ahead and add. Get your Meyer lemon there. This is a lemon that is a crossing between a lemon and a tangerine, and so the skin is thinner than a typical lemon, in which you're gonna zest. You'll need about a quarter, 1/2 teaspoon, and then you're gonna also why don't you cut it in half, and you're gonna squeeze off 1 tablespoon of the Meyer lemon juice.
Okay.
I find these Meyer lemons much more sweet than acidic versus a traditional lemon that the Meyer lemon's always been considered the chef's favorite lemon to use,
Well,
especially
it's
desserts.
oh, we have a Meyer lemon tree, and we love it. It's tremendous. I use it in place of traditional lemons, like in a Caesar salad dressing. So I'm gonna use my I'm gonna use my zester. And you can see the zest coming off.
You'll notice that the Meyer lemon has a much thinner skin, so you'll be able to zest it more surface. You don't want to get too much of the pulp between the skin and the actual flesh.
Right. You want the yellow part.
Correct.
And how much do we need?
You're going to be doing half of a tablespoon, so that should be good. Just take it off your zester there. There you go.
There. Okay. And should I whip this up one more time with the mixer? Or
don't do it with a mixer. I would just use a spatula.
Got it.
You just want to blend in the flavors with the sour cream, the cream cheese, and the powdered sugar.
Oh boy. Okay, got that.
And then finally, you segment your tangerines. And then again, with your spatula, you are, yes, going to blend it in. Now, you don't want to use a mixer because you want the segments to stay whole. And it's going to give great texture and flavor. And after all that, you've created your interior flavor. And then you're going to just pull out a crepes and you're going to spread it kind of like spreading beans in a tortilla onto your crepe itself.
Got it. So I added a little bit more of the tangerine.
You can't add too much. So
no.
The more pixie tangerine flavor, the even more delicious it has.
You know what I haven't done? I haven't cheated. So I'm going to cheat before anything else. Yes,
so Melissa's been doing these French crepes, and you'll find them in your local produce department, typically right next to all the berries, like the strawberries. It's a popular substitute instead of using like a sponge cake or an angel's cake, food cake that you would also find sometimes by the berry section. But you can use these crepes and use different fruits. In this case, the Pixie Tangerine. They're already ready to go. You don't have to heat them up. You basically, there's 10 in a package, and they're separated with a plastic lining in between each crepe. So if you remember back in the day, you used to get fruit roll-ups on this plastic sheet, and they're easy to peel off. They're round in shape. And so what you're basically going to do now is, this is exactly what you're doing. You're just going to roll it up kind of like a bean burrito in a tortilla. So
to me, this is better than a bean burrito. I just, you know.
Now, to do that extra special topping, you grab any of your Melissa's favorite dessert sauces. The recipe recommends raspberry, but Melissa does a whole line of different dessert sauces, chocolate, strawberry, cherry.
Pistachio. You had
Yes,
pistachio last time.
even with pistachio. Now, the dessert sauces, you're just going to go back and forth across and just kind of give that elegant look uh, onto this plate. You can even write in mom across the crepe as well. But the dessert sauces, they pour out really smoothly so you can like spell things or make a pretty design.
We're going to try for a design. How's that going?
There we go. You're using the Melissa's raspberry dessert sauce.
Yes, I am. Oops. There. And I'm going to just do a little squirt in there. And then you put that back. All right. Robert, this is my favorite part, right? And this is so easy. This is the tasting. And this is so easy because there's no cooking involved. It's all just it's taken us what 10, 12 minutes. So all right, I'm gonna cut this. Should have made it a little smaller, but I have a big mouth.
Yes, and what you can do with the filling, you can make with that recipe. You can make at least 8 crepes. You can keep the filling in the refrigerator for up to 3 days. And so, if you wanted to prepare this a couple days before Mother's Day or whenever you want to create this recipe, Mom will love it because it has the sweetness, but it also has the best of the flavors of the season. In this case, the Ojai Pixie Tangerine. And yes, you won't have to burn. You don't have to worry about burning yourself there. Dad and all the kids can be a part of creating this elegant and tasty dessert.
And it was more elegant before I kind of massacred it, but it is delicious. It's really nice. It's sweet, not overly sweet. Really good. And I like the raspberry with this. Chocolate would also go very well, and maybe I'll try that one later on. Listen, Robert, thank you. We're going to hold on. I've got a flip chart right here, and we're going to make a tropical fruit crepe next. And we're going to start with a pineapple. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. And now we're going to be making tropical fruit crepes with Robert Schuller from Melissa's. Robert's going to show us what to do because we've got to cut up a pineapple, and I think it's a pink pineapple if I'm not mistaken. And we have some powdered sugar and again some mascarpone cheese. And I'm going to put that into the bowl first, the cheese.
Yes. So with your measuring out a quarter cup of mascarpone, go ahead and scoot that and put that in the bowl. The next step after the quarter cup of mascarpone, you will put in 2 teaspoons of powdered sugar.
Okay.
That's going to sweeten it up just a little bit.
And mascarpone itself is considered a sweet cheese.
Correct.
All right. 2 teaspoons or tablespoons?
2 tablespoons. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So we got 1 and we got 2. All right. Now move these off.
Okay. Next are the tropical fruits that we're going to add to the mix, and then we're going to hand mix it up. And
Okay.
so the first fruit is the Melissa's tree ripened mangoes. This is known for these mangoes, in which you're going to pit it, skin it, and dice it up. But it looks like you've already got that done. So
these are already done.
Yes, great. So you're going to mix that in there. But wait, let's now get to the pineapple. Now, you do have options when you go to your local produce department. And we thought because the because of not only the color, because mom loves the color pink, but also pink pineapples don't have the acidity of a regular pineapple. It has no acidity whatsoever. For people, I find that pineapple is a fruit people love or hate. The people who love it, they don't mind the acidity. The people who don't like pineapple is because of the acidity. Now, the pink pineapple has no acidity. The acidity
Wow.
typically affects people's gums when you eat them, but you don't have to worry. These special pink pineapples don't have that acidity. So we're going to go ahead and cut open this pineapple. And so, Mark, go ahead and flat push over your pineapple to the side, and you're going to cut off the end and the both ends, the stem end and the butt end of it. And you have a really ripe and ready to go pineapple when you can smell the aroma, and it seems to be a little soft. Now, color is not an indication of ripeness when it comes to pineapple. Pineapples can vary from green to yellow in color. You don't have to wait until it turns completely yellow.
So you want me to cut this part off here first?
Correct. You're going to cut both ends straight down because we're basically removing the skin the most efficient way you can there. So now you're going to
you can see that it is pink.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn this around and I'll do this. Now, if you're doing this as a family, Dad gets to cut this.
Correct.
And it's a little bit hard. Okay.
Okay, go ahead and stand the pineapple up, and on a curve on the exterior of the skin, you're going to go around and skin it. It will probably take you about 6 or 7 cuts, but you will now take the knife and skin it from top to bottom on a curve.
On a curve.
Yeah.
So like this. And straight down?
And straight down, yes. But you're going to curve it at the end. There we go. Rotate and curve. Keep on doing that. You're going to probably do it like 6 or maybe 7 times.
Okay.
Okay. There we go.
Oh, man. This smells great. I think is this the first pineapple that I've ever cut? Carol usually does them. Now I'm gonna.
All right.
There's a couple of little.
There. Go ahead and cut off the little excess on both ends, because you don't want to get the skin in there. It's hard and chewy. Doesn't taste good. You're gonna do it on both ends. So flip it over.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Now you're to the point where you need to core it. Now the center core, which is yellowish in color, is very firm and hard. Typically, most people take the core out. So you're going to make a box cut. It's going to be 4 cuts.
Okay.
You're going to make a box as you cut it down from top to bottom. Correct. Straight down, right along the core.
I have to tell you, the pineapple itself it's firm, but it's easy to cut.
Yes, the core is much tougher, not only to eat but also to cut. There's your third cut, perfect, and then your final cut. So you've now extracted the core and the skin. The rest of it is the pure fruit that you're now going to dice up into little cubes.
Okay.
Now, the reason why we're dicing it up more than the mangoes, so the mangoes usually really soft, and the strawberries, which you'll also cut, are soft. The pineapple has a little bit more firm firmness to it. So that's why in this case you need to dice up the pink pineapple a little bit more. You can also do this with your golden pineapples as well. You would do the same, but you're going to add a little bit more acidity. But I like the pink pineapple in this actual recipe when you put it into a crepe there. So,
Where are the pink pineapples from?
where most pineapples grow and are imported into the United States, out of uh, Costa Rica, which is has a closer proximity to the equator. So they have, they enjoy and love the heat and the humidity, and the typical every once in a while rain showers. So there, that Costa Rica imports about 99% of all pineapples available in the United States. So they're definitely coming from the right growing area.
Right.
So you're not going to be using the whole pineapple in this recipe. You only chop up about half of it.
I'm going to cut one more piece, I think,
Okay.
and the other will go into sour cream or cottage cheese for breakfast.
Also, if you were before you do this recipe and you prepare the pineapple, it's such a great appetizer or starter for mom as well. So it gets her ready and excited for when you serve the tropical fruit crepe here, which is typically considered more of like a dessert. Then you'll surprise her even more that you put pineapples into this crepe dessert dish.
Well, I have to tell you, this is terrific. I told Carol today that I was going to make her Mother's Day brunch. We'll have a little Prosecco. We'll have some eggs Benedict. And I thought that would be a nice brunch. And then for dessert, we have crepes.
Right. So the nice thing about pineapples, because it's such a firm fruit, you can pre-do this days before. Pineapple will stay in your refrigerated. You can prep it 3 days before if you wanted to, and keep it refrigerated in like a Tupperware or closed container there. So it's a much more hardier fruit than when you cut a mango the next fruit you're going to cut are strawberries. Mom loves strawberries typically, and it's going to add reddish. So you're going to have this reddish, pinkish, and yellowish fruit mixture that you're going to put inside the crepe soup.
And should I mix this in at this point?
Not yet. What we would do is we're now going to cut up the strawberries. My favorite strawberries are the organic Harry's Berry strawberries that are in season through June.
Yes.
In that case, you would, because of the Harry's Berry strawberries are smaller, you would use about 8. But I think you have some of the large, typical strawberry, Bristol type strawberries that you would find in your local produce department. We are at the season for strawberries along the West Coast, and especially in Southern California. And you're going to use about 4 strawberries, and you're going to dice them up as well.
All right.
Obviously after washing them, which you've already done now.
Yes.
You need to stem them, and you're going to chop them up. You don't have to chop them up as small as the pineapple that you just chopped up. You could chop them up into about the size of how you diced up the mango, because mangoes and strawberries are definitely a softer fruit. I would definitely recommend that you cut up your strawberries and your mangoes on the day you're going to serve them. However, pineapple, you can chop them up days in advance before Mother's Day or whenever you're going to prepare this recipe.
Now I'm using a strawberry picker, and I always don't like using them, but I said I would, so I am. I don't know why. I just,
It's they call them strawberry haulers. It's a little instrument. You just kind of rotate and it pulls out the stem and it maximizes, there you go. It maximizes the amount of fruit you're going to enjoy because when you cut it with a knife, you feel like you lose about a fifth or a quarter of the strawberry because you don't want the
yeah.
stem mixed in with your fruit there. So these strawberry haulers are easy to find on Amazon online. They're only a few dollars and they're very easy to use. And it allows for your fruit to maximize the amount of fruit when you're preparing it for mom.
Okay. And you have to be careful that you don't include the green from the strawberry because that's not tasty. So you said 4. I've got 4 there, right here.
Yes. You'll use 8 small strawberries, or in this case, because these strawberries are big in this recipe, you're going to be using 8. Excuse me, 4.
Ah, yes. Well,
It
we
tends
always
during the time of the season that strawberries get really large during the spring and summertime. And so even though strawberries are grown on a year-round basis, pretty much in California and also in Florida, during this time, if you're on the West Coast, you're going to be getting some really large size ones. I've seen them as large as like almost the size of like a racquetball, between a ping pong
Oh
ball and
my.
a racquetball.
Wow. Well, we have here in Ventura County, where Carol and I are located, um, there are many strawberry fields and farms, and um, I don't know if they still do it, but they used to have the annual strawberry festival, and you could get everything from strawberry ice cream, which is one of my favorites, to pickled strawberries. I mean, just everything in between. Strawberry margaritas, which would be Carol's favorite. And are you a strawberry margarita fan, Robert?
I am definitely a strawberry fan, and yeah, definitely a strawberry margarita fan after 5 o'clock.
Yes. All right, I'm going to put this into the mix.
Great. So we have our 1/4 cup mascarpone, 2 tablespoons powdered sugar, a quarter to and diced tree ripened mango, half a pink pineapple diced, small diced, and 4 large strawberries diced as well. We are ready to mix up, not smash, but fold over the mascarpone and the powder. But
Good.
so after creating the um, interior of what is going to create the crepe, that is the 1/4 cup mascarpone, the 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and then you mix it up in a blend with the mango, pink pineapple, strawberries. You can now, you can actually do this the night before. That's easier. I recommend that you actually do it on the day that of Mother's Day or when you're going to do this recipe because you can't keep it in the refrigerator for more than 24 hours because the strawberry and the mango will kind of gel in with the mixture. So either do it the night before and refrigerate it, or on the day of the event, or in this case, Mother's Day, if you choose to do this recipe. And then you can keep the filling up in the refrigerator for up to 24 hours.
I have to tell you that I think this would be good for Father's Day as well, with everybody other than Dad making it. And what do you think? You like the idea too. So I know for Mother's Day you're going to be cooking for your family. For Father's Day, will they be cooking for you?
No, I will be barbecuing as I do every year for Father's Day.
Got it. That's what I love barbecuing. Okay.
Yes. Now you've made enough interior filling for up to 8 crepes there, and you can just roll it up, or square it off, however you like to do it. And you can actually, if you wanted to, you can put a little bit of powdered sugar on top, or even have it plain, or swirl a little bit of the Melissa's dessert sauce, your favorite filling there, whether you
Let's
use raspberry, strawberry, chocolate, or just plain and just a little bit of powdered sugar, and you're ready to present it to mom.
All right. We're going to do the chocolate because that's one of my favorites. I need the top. And if I remember correctly, these don't require refrigeration. Am I correct? Once
Correct.
they're open?
The Melissa's gourmet dessert sauces, in fact, I recommend that you don't refrigerate because they start to harden. And because of their 7-ounce small bottles, and this is a newer product that we introduced with the well-known Italian 105-year-old company Fabri in Italy, who's known for these dessert sauces. It is a shelf-stable product, so you don't have to put in the refrigeration like other syrups and dessert sauces.
I want you to know that that's not wow. You need to. That's kind of mom. So I have to try this one too. Okay. Mm. It's really a good combination.
Yes, and the neat thing about these crepes that you're doing with the best of season fruits is that you can serve it for breakfast, brunch, or a dessert after dinner. So depending on if you're cooking once or twice or even 3 times for mom, a crepe is always good to accompany anything else that you're serving.
And you know what? You can actually make a savory crepe, um, and maybe with seafood or something. And so you could have brunch, lunch, and dinner with crepes. So that would be something else to think about. Robert, as always, thank you for all the information and for joining us. I really, we really appreciate you and the Melissa staff. Look forward to seeing you soon. And last question. What are you making for Mother's Day? I know what you're making for dessert. Do you know what you're making yet?
Typically, I do a very nice breakfast with uh, eggs and bacon, maybe pancakes. But if I'm doing the crepe, then I might not have to do the pancakes.
Ah, that's that's true. Well, if you do the pancakes, Carol will be there. She loves pancakes. Robert, thank you very much. hold on. We're going to put you in the green room. Uh, Thank you very much for watching. We're going to do a Happy Mother's Day again for all you moms. I miss you, Mom. I miss you uh, a lot. And Carol misses her mom as well. So we'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.
Thanks, Mark.
Hey, thanks, Robert. Hold on.